Hello and welcome back to another Thursday night here at Heroes and Hooligans, where we are playing Gilded Destinies episode 30, Repatriation and Reparation, as our party teleports themselves from the cavern of the broken wardstone at the base of Cornerstone Tower all the way to the top, fueling it with the magic of the river flowing below as Zenlin drinks the polluted waters. We find ourselves standing atop Cornerstone Tower on the lovely wooden peak.
Oh, please don't
We
let me do
have
that
with
again.
us here, yes, we have with us here Zenlin, Kokola, Resnor, Jillian, Herden, and the child. Continue to call a different name every time. Today he's Greg.
Gear.
Yes, Gear.
He's just nephew now. I don't care about his name.
Yeah. So it is you, Herden. You look down around you and you can immediately see that the rubble and detritus that used to be at the base of your tower is no longer there.
Oh, well, it looks like the rock burrows were here. So that's nice.
They work fast.
Well, listen, speaking of working fast, I'm glad you drinking that interesting water helped, but how about you don't do that again?
I mean, it wasn't exactly something I wanted to do, but it was better than trying to find our way out of those caverns.
I agree. I commend you for your acts of bravery, but the first time an act of bravery, ever again, an act of stupidity.
Speaking of Coca-Cola, can I have 100 gold? I'm just saying, with the things we discussed, we are going to have to get more gems before that plan, if that's what we end up doing, can be enacted.
Yeah, I can give you.
It have to be right now. I'm not planning to teleport anywhere at the moment, but fair warning.
I can give you some gold, so that way you have it in case we're in separate locations when it's time for you to go. Speaking of gold, Jillian, I'm going to give Jill the 2 gold bars that we have.
Mm-hmm.
You need this, Jill, for the town coffers. You can put the gold bars in and get the gold out, so I'll give you those. So
Yeah, and actually, you see that Town Hall has been repaired as well.
Perfect. Just what we needed. So you add the 200 to your sheet, so now you're responsible for it, Deputy Mayor. Zen, I'm going to give you 20 platinum because that's what I have.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you need 100 or 200?
I need 100. It's 50.
100. Oh, so only 10 then. I'll give you 10 platinum. All right. And that leaves us with not a whopping lot of money until Jill brings back the 200 gold pieces rather than the 2 gold bars.
We also technically have another thing. Sorry, Chip.
Every bar is 50 gold pieces.
Oh, so we had 4 because we had 200 gold bars.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So 4 bars.
So 4. There you go. That's what I gave you. 200 gold pieces worth of gold bars. That's what you got.
It should be noted. We never turned in our Wyvern hearts?
No, we have not, because the town hall was.
Yeah, we were doing things. Exactly. So if you guys want to handle, I mean, we have to figure that out, but I do have 8 Wyvern hearts we can exchange. I think that's another healthy amount of gold.
Yeah, what is it? What are they paying? A platinum piece apiece?
1 platinum each.
Yeah, so that's another 80 gold.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. Yeah, we're going to need it because Revan was quite expensive.
what did we want to do, Herden? I know that was kind of more of a hectic entrance into
Right.
Revan than we expected. Do you need time?
That could certainly have been better, but it wasn't bad. I'm uninjured. And didn't take a single hit.
So I'll look at Reznor and the group. I have a delivery I have to make of some of the stuff I picked up. You guys do too, and you wanted to show her down to your grandfather's for bed.
Yes.
And were we decided
it's
on
quite
the
early in the day to work. Point me towards the fields.
that as well, which is why I was going to ask, are we decided on Reznor and I taking gear to see if we can return him to his people nearby?
Yep. That I think is the plan. Jillian and I can handle things around in and around Revan while you two go handle.
In that case, should I give you guys the 8 wyvern hearts as well if you're going to be dealing with the gold and stuff?
Yeah, I'll take them so that way Jillian doesn't get seen as paying her own self.
Paying her own self. So
Yeah.
there's 8 wyvern hearts.
Okay.
All right.
And I think that's it. I'll make sure I have my supplies I need. I guess, do you guys need Reznor's help to get the fish somewhere first? Should we take them to the meadery or the tavern or
Yeah, if
something?
we could take them to the stores where the grain stores and so on and stuff are, I think that's probably best.
I don't think we can store fish in the same place and way that we store grain. We would need a cold cellar or salt or something.
The fish is being stored with those frost salts, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We use the Everfrost. You're right. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I just mean to take them to the warehouse area where they have town storage and so on. At least for now, we could take them there as we need to take Herden into town anyways, because I will admit that I don't know where all of our town crops are and what places he needs to do fancy druid things at.
Yeah, you aren't. Jillian, you know who would be aware of all of that. And it's the little halfling woman who was the foreman that you spoke to when you were here last.
So I guess we go look for her as a group and then we'll split up from there.
Yeah, that sounds fine with me.
Sounds like a plan.
She was overseeing repairs to the buildings in the town last you saw her. So everyone go ahead and just give me a group check. You can decide whether you want Herden and Gear to give the help action to 2 of you. Only 2 of you need to pass, or if you want them to make their own checks, in which case 3, including that one of them, including them, would need to pass.
That's a 4 for Zenlin. Also, as we make our way down through the tower, can I keep an eye out for any notes or anything that the Rockburrows might have left to communicate with us?
Yeah. So it's a 4 for Zenlin. Do you guys want help actions for 2 of you? Okay.
Yeah, I
say
think
that Gear is going to help Reznor. Is going to help Jilly.
All right, there you go, Jill. You get another one.
So we get another roll.
Yeah.
Yep. Investigation at advantage for Reznor and Jill, and just straight investigations for Zen.
13.
13.
I got a 10
All right.
that time. A little
All right,
bigger.
13, 10.
Not liking the
13,
dice.
so we have 4, 7, 13, 10. Cool. 2 of you made it. Reznor, you Jill's pointing out where areas where she should be. Reznor, you sniff the air a little and you're like, okay, I've got the smell. You tell Gear, she's the one that smells like lilacs, and then you and Gear hunt her down by sniffing the air. So we come to we move across town over to the tavern where there's some internal repairs being finished up, and to Reznor and Gear bursting in the front door, noses in front of them, just inhaling. And Gear says, "There she is! There's the lilac!"
I just want to pat Gear on the shoulder. Good job, little buddy. Thanks for being so helpful. I probably can't reach his shoulder, so his elbow, I suppose.
Gear's pretty big. Gear's gangly. He's not fully like filled out like a full-grown hobgoblin would be, but Gear's like 6'2".
Yeah, Cocola's not.
Gear's about 6'2" and about 110 pounds.
Wait, I'm sorry.
How about
What
you
was
see-
that?
Gear is 6'2" and 110 pounds.
That's wild.
He's so
I mean,
small.
He's taller than the rest of
I just made Gear my height and weight when I was 17.
That's
What's her name, Chip? The artificer, the halfling woman. I don't think
You did not catch her name.
Okay, because I have a bunch of notes about her, but I didn't have her name.
I don't think you caught it. I referred to her as the foreman.
Yeah, good.
I'm going to say Jill would have caught her name because you had an extended conversation with her. This is Rilia. R-A-L-Y-A.
Awesome. Well, Deputy Mayor, do Deputy Mayor things.
Yeah. Jill's going to give her an update on, the fish, the druid that we brought to help us. And,
Yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead
give her
and
an
play through
update.
this then. Oh, Ms. Deputy Mayor, I'm sure you'll be pleased to see that the rock bearers have come in and they've patched up your tower and they fixed up your office. And then they actually, a couple of them came over and lent aid over at the granary.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I'll
we
let
were
her know
quite
about the
surprised.
fish that we brought.
Yeah, what do you say?
I let her know that we brought over enough fish, I think, to feed everyone, and that we've got some druids that are going to be helping to get the crops up, and and we asked the rock burrows to get some repairs done, so that was great that they got it done.
Hurton steps forward hearing you talk about druid helping out. Hello, I'm Hurton. I'll be assisting with growing your crops. If someone could point me in the direction of the fields and the seed, I'll go ahead and get started. We should have about a month's crops by end of day.
Excellent.
I can dig it. Hurden, let me give you a little map in case, you head back before I catch you, because I'm not really sure where you'll be working. And I'll just draw out of my little pocket notebook, I'll draw them like a little X is the town hall, and then like a little crude road out to my grandfather's with a description. Do you want some sort of text for that, or?
That should do. She'll be able to find my way quite easily. I should actually. Do you mind if I pick up a tour guide?
No, I mean, I'd be happy to show you around town. I know the town pretty well. I just don't know really where all the farms are.
Oh, I know who will. And you see him grab his throat, like almost crush his vocal cords for a second, release it, and then yell. And you hear a hawk's cry leave his mouth, and see a bird fly out of the forest.
Oh, fancy.
Yes. Do you know the farm this one stays at? Okay. Do you know where all the granary, all the grain fields are? Where you find the mice? All right. Well, I'll get started.
Beep's much cooler than the bird.
Yeah. Poor Beep just hanging out at the tower. All right, perfect.
Yeah, poor Beep stuck to the entrance that you shoved a bunch of magic through.
Well, he's on the
Beep's
first
guarding
floor.
No, Beep's guarding the shrine where you left him.
Oh, that's right.
Or actually, no, I'm completely wrong. Beep was assisting with rebuilding. Beep's fine.
I didn't think that we had left him to guard anything. Just
No, you left him helping with rebuilding the granary.
yeah.
It was prior to that he was guarding the shrine.
Yeah. All right. Well, awesome. Fantastic. Are the Rockboroughs still in town, or?
You didn't see them anywhere while you were looking around, and you didn't see any tools left at your tower to show like they were taking a break or coming back or anything on your investigation.
Okay. But it's good to see that they got some of that like detritus and such cleaned up as well.
No, the detritus being cleaned. When you descended the tower, you were able to see they repaired the tower. The tower's physical being is fixed.
Oh, perfect. Much better. We like it.
I'll also say you noticed that even though the door was unlocked still, the tower looked real nice inside.
Nice.
Well, we haven't locked it to see what kind of hinky-dinky magical shenanigans are still going on, so there's that.
I was gonna say, if you talk to them, maybe ask if they did anything with the teleportation circle, because it clearly didn't work at least the first time, so maybe the timing was just off. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll check in with them.
Yeah. So from here, it sounds like we're kind of splitting into a few groups. We're going, Coca-Cola and Jill are staying here in town. Maybe walking around with Herden to see what he's doing or taking care of other business in town. And then Zen, Rez, and Gear are heading up north.
I was gonna stop by and deliver Lethrie's things and ask her if we can talk later. Don't have a class.
Yeah. Do you want to like move as a pack, or is this something you want to an errand you kind of want your own space for? With Rez and Gear.
With me, and I wouldn't get into anything super detailed. But like, if you wanted to run it, like, we can.
Yeah, we'll run it.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just asking if Rez and Gear.
Yeah, I figured
if
like
you're
on
splitting
our
off
way
on
out
your
of
own
time.
Okay,
No.
cool.
Like, hey, Rez,
Yeah,
can we stop off? I have to drop some things off with someone.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Where are we stopping?
I'm sure. And we're going to walk over, and I feel some type of way about leading a hobgoblin in, but I don't think I'm actively going to tell them to stop when we get to our shop. But
Here, I want to give you some before you go. And I'm going to give him a couple of my field rations because he didn't bring anything. He has nothing on him.
last chance, you're sure you guys don't want to come with us?
No, I think I'm all right. I'll give him my field rations and my one of my extra plain short swords, just so he has something.
Gear does have a weapon on him. He's got a crossbow.
Oh yeah, well, just in case.
They hadn't disarmed him. They weren't at that point of the arrest yet when you intervened. But he'll take the short sword.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them, so. Couple of field rations and my short sword, just so he's, one of my short swords. Yeah.
Yeah, you hand Gear this short sword, and he's immediately like stanced up and ready, short sword in the left hand, crossbow in the right. He's like, all right, who we fighting? Who we stabbing?
What a teenager.
I'm ready.
Safe travels, nephew.
This is for that makes more sense. I thought maybe you wanted me to stab the little foreman lady. She
No,
you know,
no.
she barely talked to you. The disrespect.
Well, it's because I'm not the one handling the business here. Jillian's the deputy mayor. It's okay. Trust me, I talk
Wait, you mean-
enough.
so you're not the boss?
It's complicated.
Okay. Oh, hey, complicated is as complicated does. Yes, it is a cloak of protection.
Okay, and
As
I
in-
don't have that because I gave it back to Hooli, I believe. Okay,
I don't know
that's
if
why
Hooli
it's
gave
there.
it back, but okay. So Hooli has 2 cloaks of protection.
No,
No,
I
no, that's
left-
right. You have, yeah.
I left my brand
Your
new
good-
one
you left
and
yours.
Goradine vinegar at my mother's, and then took the worn out one that does not have the Goradine logo from Zen.
That's right. My bad. All right. So we are going to go ahead and go with Zemlin, Reznor, and Gear as they move across town and come to the bookshop. You see the stairs leading up to the little rounded topped door.
It's business hours. I'll just
Yeah.
go in if it looks open.
Looks open.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
3 of you file in, and you see standing behind the counter your teacher's dwarvish partner. Oh, Zen. Good. Oh, you brought some friends with you. You here to talk, or you here to? Do you need some more books?
No, I'm good for now. I was just dropping some stuff off, and I will pull out the Everfrost crystals. I believe it was 2 of them for her. And I
2
believe
pouches,
she had also, I think she told me to make sure I grabbed an extra component pouch, which I have. I don't think she wanted that, right? It was just the crystals.
No, that was for you. That was for you. And technically, one of the sets of crystals
Yeah.
for you to use as well at your next meeting.
Is she gonna be around tonight? I was hoping I could maybe stop by after we've got some things we've got to take care of out in the forest. But
Yeah, she. I think she might be up at your tower. She left about an hour ago to go check on it.
how long ago were we at the tower?
Like it's probably been about 40 minutes or so. You probably just passed around this.
Okay.
You're thinking with that time frame.
Um.
Like you just missed each other on the street would be the
Yeah,
best guess.
okay.
Maybe something
Okay.
happened, but the most mundane, like it is very mundanely possible that you just didn't see her.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, yeah, we must have like just missed each other. We were there like 40 minutes ago. But I
Oh.
guess we did kind of go.
She was talking about maybe helping out at the tavern today too. You could check in there.
I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, we've got some business. It's nothing super urgent. Just wanted to pick her brain on a couple of things.
Yeah, the next time she's home, I'll let her know that you wanted to talk to her.
Thanks.
Here, actually, do you want
I'm
do you wanna-
sorry.
I
I
can-
don't remember your name.
Darren?
Darren, I'm sorry. You were saying?
It's okay. We've spoken like 5 sentences.
I was gonna say I don't think I've seen you since I bought the books. Actually,
No, I don't think so. No, we've seen each other since then because I told you how happy my wife was to have someone to teach.
yes, that's right.
It's okay.
remember that.
It's okay. The memory.
Yeah,
I had
sorry.
to think about it to remember myself.
It's been a very busy couple of days, and I don't just mean the women attack, but I'll fill you in later if you're around too when I fill her in. But
Yeah,
thank
happy
you very
to.
much.
If it's not, if you're not having a lesson, we're happy to have tea.
Definitely. I'll make it a point.
All right. And she smiles at you and, oh, actually, one moment. This just came in and I thought, on loan for you. Make sure you return it. I love that. Like, no. And she actually hands over. It's a pretty thin book, but it is a book on like the different cultures, the different elfin cultures of Zendrick.
Oh,
I thought you might get a laugh out. I thought you might get a laugh out of this.
Zenlin flashes back to sitting on the couch at Kakola's house talking to her dad, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm sure I will."
Oh no, it's written by a drow.
Oh, okay. Then it may actually be good. Sorry, I just met someone recently that, they learned things out of books.
Oh no, it's a what? Just flip to the open to the inside cover, and you'll see. If you flip it open, you see that the foreword is, "This is a comparative study of the misconceptions of the common person about the different subspecies of Drow and Zendrick versus the true."
What a title! Almost all of that went into my inventory.
So basically, it's a dissection of stereotype through humor.
Yeah,
but like academic humor.
for sure. But yes, thank you, Jared. I will stop by as soon as I'm free later on. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'll let her know to be looking out for you, or to throw you a sending if she stops by.
Definitely. Thank you. And Zenlin will turn to leave and cast furtive glances at Reznor to see how much he picked up from that.
Reznor and Zenlin, go ahead and give me perceptions and insights. Or actually, Zenlin, just give me the perception. Don't
Oh,
give me
okay.
My perception was a 17. My insight was a 9.
Okay.
And I just bet because that's the first he's learned about Zenlin taking lessons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got you. Reznor, on a 9 insight, Zenlin's in some kind of weird love triangle with his teacher and his teacher's wife.
Oh. Reznor's just going to give up. Look.
You don't know if it's like an open triangle, a closed triangle, if the other arms and legs are aware of each other, but Zen's in there. And I think you think there's a chance Zenlin doesn't realize it.
Zenlin has no idea because it's not true, but yeah.
Reznor's going to give him a thumbs up and a nod.
On a 17 perception, or on a 13 perception, Zenlin, you actually see that there's a little stack of mail underneath the counter, because the counter is a bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
You on sides. You see there's a little stack of mail under there that's unopened. You don't see an address or anything, but it's a pretty hefty stack. It's about 12 envelopes deep.
Okay.
And on a 17 perception, Reznor, after giving Zenlin the eye waggle, you you realize you don't see Gear. He was just behind you, and he's not behind you anymore.
Oh, what the? I'm gonna try and track him down.
All right. Go ahead and give me survival with advantage.
It's like trying to herd cats sometimes. Oh, good thing I have advantage. 18.
Yeah. 18. You can see that he's actually moved deeper into the bookstore. and you find him on a section that says comparative world in a comparative world relations section, and you see that he is just picking up a bunch of books.
Oh, well, I guess he's
Moves to the front, sets them down. What's for all these? And you see there's like 6 books here. Some interesting books there. Yeah. 2. Well, let's say 7 gold pieces.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
And I'll actually say, Zenlin, we can use your insight from earlier as well. Here you had a 12, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know these books are worth more than 7 gold pieces at retail value.
I was gonna ask if I could peek at what the titles of the books are.
It's just a bunch of different breakdowns of what the different gods are and what they stand for. What oaths you swear to serve different gods, and what you have to do to serve them. I'd say go ahead and give me a religion check. Base DC is 10, and you get more information for every 5 points above that.
You said religion?
You can do this with advantage since you have the books right in front of you too. You could flip through them a little if you wanted.
17.
17?
I'm not flipping through. I'm just glancing.
This looks like what a... I'm going to use a metaphor that won't make sense to Zenlin, but will make sense to you, the player. If you chose to go to cleric college, these are the books you would read before you chose your domain and your god.
I have an idea about this, and I love it. I don't know if Zenlin puts 2 and 2 together, but Don is.
I think Zenlin can get that these are basic clerical education books.
Yeah.
And you see he reaches into his pouch, flips it over, shakes it out. There's 2 fistfuls of copper in there, and he's counting them out one by one. Oh, there's a silver piece. All right. That should be 697 copper. Oh, no, 670 copper, 3 silver. That is the right number.
Okay.
That's 7 gold exactly.
Dude just paid in a bunch of pennies, basically.
Yes, dude just paid in pennies.
It was $7, and he paid all in pennies
and
3 times.
Pennies and 3 dimes. You see, she just take your word for it. Shoves it into a cash box.
At least he's spending it on books.
You see there's a little regret for giving him the discount, not because she's not happy that this kid's learning, but because she's I'm going to have to count of the night.
He's gonna cast message, and unfortunately I don't have subtle. I would like to try and hide it from Gear if I can, but he'll just point at her and
Gears
be
Gears in front of you up at the counter. He won't notice.
Yeah, he's just gonna message her and be let me know if it's short. I'll cover the rest.
She returns your message, finger gunning you under the. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna cover that later.
Was there anything else either of you wanted? Resnor, you want a book on shifters?
No, and reading's not really my thing.
All right. Well, pleasure seeing you. Let her know when she stops by that you were looking for her. And I'll get these down to her workshop.
Definitely. Bye.
Bye.
I love how awkward Zenlin is.
Hits the door frame on the way
When
out.
we get outside,
I
Here,
love that.
what
I love that. I love that Reznor thinks they love you.
Kier, what are you going to use those books for?
Well, I was going to read them.
Oh, okay. It was an interesting, I don't know, I didn't know if like your discussion with Coca-Cola in the caverns influenced the purchase or something.
No, it's a passion.
Oh, that's interesting.
I like.
You and
I like
Jillian
religion
should talk
studies.
again sometime.
She's a host, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I've talked to a lot of host people, but maybe she'll have something new to say. So worth talking about, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, maybe you'll have something new to her to say.
Yeah, ain't that the point of discussion?
Anyways, Reznor, you know where we're going. I don't.
Oh yeah, where are we going? Oh wait, are we walking or are we doing the shadow hallway thing again? Because you said the shadow hallways could get us there.
I don't. Reznor, how far away is it?
Well, last time I was there.
You remember it's about a half day's travel from when you were talking to the people at the office.
Yeah, about a half day. A little faster if we run.
I don't know about running, but we can definitely walk.
Oh, you can face down a demon in a cavern, but you can't run for half a day?
I mean, yes, one of those things lasted like 10 seconds. The other will last like 10 hours.
Half day as in like a 4-hour travel. Like half of a travel day, to be clear. But still.
Right. We can walk it.
Maybe like a brisk power walk.
You also know where there's like horses for rent as well.
I mean, if you want to rent a horse, and then you can. I'll just run.
I think we're good. We can travel at a fast pace.
All right. So you're gonna travel at like a hurried pace?
Yeah, I don't imagine we're like running or jogging, but like I said, probably like a brisk.
Okay, just regular like travel pace. So it
We're
will be
walking
4
like we got
hours to
somewhere
get
to be.
there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be the 4 hours. All right, so we are actually going to cut from you guys as you begin to set off on your journey. Reznor, go ahead and give me just a DC 10 survival with advantage to find the path again.
22.
Easy. All right, and we're going to cut over to Coca-Cola and Jillian, and we're going to move back in time to right after you guys have left the tavern. Coca-Cola and Jill, you are here with Rilia, and Herden is walking out with his weird hawk.
All right, well, that minor bit of business is handled. It's good to see things are up and running. You did a fantastic job, Rilia.
Oh, thank you, miss.
We did bring some fish, which we've dropped off at the...
Miss Jillian was telling me about that. It's real kind of you.
Well, figured it would be something to be eaten while the grain stores are being rebuilt and such. And, even though there's a river here, it's something different than, normal food. So.
Oh, yeah, it was very thoughtful. I'm sure the town really appreciates it.
Has my grandfather been in town helping out today?
I think he was he said he was doing something with repairs to his home.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't go all the way out there if he was here.
Yeah, I think he helped out yesterday for most of the day, but he said he had some things to get set at home.
Oh, perfect. Well, Jill, while you handle things at the offices of town offices, well, I can either go with you or we can go and I can go check on grandfather or however you want to do it. What do you want to do? What's your plan?
Pop in at City Hall, just see how things are going. Make sure that we document the Wyvern Hearts, and get Zenlin paid. And I do want to go back and check on your grandpa and make sure he's okay.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you had to do the whole I'm deputy mayor, here's my face in town, here I am nailing a piece of wood into this building. Yay, I helped.
This is a temp job. Okay?
Yes, but we don't know.
Don't like
temporary
talking to
favors.
people a lot. I mean, I just want to heal and not really talk a lot, but
Well, listen, because I talk too much is the reason you're the deputy mayor. I'm just saying.
Have you eaten today?
So it sounds like the two of you are gonna. Yeah, you had a full board this morning at the inn.
Good. Just wanted to make sure she didn't need a Snickers.
I would like to stop at the post office on our way to the town hall, see if we have any mail. And also I want to send an anonymous note out to the tavern keeper.
Yeah, I guess Jill should check and see if she has any mail too.
Yeah, you guys stop in at the post office. Jill, you've got from your parents. It's just a lovely little letter saying, we heard you weren't working in the city anymore, so we paid a courier to get this to you. We're so happy that you're doing so well and trying new things. Love, Mom and Pop.
How cozy. Do I have
Coca-Cola, you do not have any new mail.
Good. I was hopeful I fucking didn't. But I would like to send a letter to the tavern keeper in Sharn.
To Drew.
To Drew, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want your letter to say?
Just we made it safe. Hopefully you're okay too. Let me know if you need anything. And then I'll sign it with my little personal signature that I use on my wards. I don't want to spell out my name, but just like my little, artist signature there.
Wonderful. Yeah. It'll be 5 silver for the letter.
Yeah, no problem.
Unless you already have your own stamps.
I don't make a habit of keeping them on me, so I'll pay you the silver.
All right, thank you. All right. And your letter is being sent off. Jill, you have your letter. Is there any mail you want to send out?
Well, I'll ask Coca-Cola if she's assigned anyone to fix up her grandpa's house, or if we should send the Rockboroughs over there to help her dad.
Coca-Cola, you actually know grandfather's house. Like, the only damage to it was the new blood stains on the floor. So you have a feeling that when your grandfather said fixing it up, he meant cleaning the blood.
Yeah.
And all that.
He should be fine. Do you want to write a letter back to your mom and dad and tell them that you're okay?
Yeah, I'll tell them I'm okay.
I'll pay the silver if you want, if you don't have it.
Coca-Cola is so used to being the rich friend in this relationship.
I've got the silver.
Okay.
How much silver was it? 5?
5, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, -5. All right, she's got it. She'll send a letter to her parents.
Jill lives in the basement of Sharn for years, barely taking a salary so more people can afford care. Coca-Cola. If you don't have the silver, I'll pay it for you.
Listen, I didn't choose the nepotism life. Nepotism life chose me. Okay, I'm just saying.
Hey,
I didn't
you
have
abandoned it, sort of. Well, you abandoned it for a different set of nepotism, I guess, but you know.
I was trying to take a drink. You didn't have to call me out like that.
Funny.
Oh yeah, Zenlin, there's definitely old blood stains on the floor.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's my grandfather. I would expect nothing less. But
All
yeah,
right, but yeah, you finish up at the post office, and the two of you walk back out into the streets of town. It's honestly, it's pretty nice. Like people seemed happy. They're working together. Like people got through it, and there were very low casualties for a massive wyvern attack. You see, the market has reopened.
I mean, that's what happens when you're awesome, huh, Jill? And exceedingly humble on top of it.
So humble.
Well, let's run by the town hall before we head out to my grandfather's because I got to deliver him his items.
All right.
Okay.
So we head out to town hall, just down the street, and you see the newly re-erected town hall is no longer just wood. There is stone built into the sides in place of the supports. There is a raised, almost concrete platform that the entire building sits on, as if the rubble was removed and the foundation was lifted and re-poured. And you can see that a lot of the building is made of the old rubble, reformed and reforged and reused.
Look, these rock burrows do some excellent work. Maybe it'll be better protected in the future because it's more made of stone now, Jill.
It's true. Yeah, I hope so.
And Jill, you have your little key to the office you were given. You're able to walk right up to the door.
She enters, uses the key.
You put the lock in. Can immediately tell this is the original lock that was on this building before it collapsed. Turn the key, and hear. And from inside, "Hello, Deputy Mayor." You're able to open the door, and you see sitting there at their rebuilt desk with the papers scattered over it again, incoming and departing. "What can we do for you today, Deputy Mayor?" "Yes, is there something you need?"
Just checking in, just seeing how things are going, and got to do a reimbursement for some wyvern hearts. Got 8 of them.
Oh,
Cola's holding on to
all
them.
right. Oh, okay. So you're reimbursing Madame Coca-Cola for her wyvern hearts, of course. Let me just.
Well, Coca-Cola's
Pulls out
just
your-
holding it.
Yeah,
It pulls
it's-
out your
Then-
8 platinum.
Yeah,
I'll take the hearts, please.
I'll give him the bag.
They slide over the 8 platinum to you. Pleasure. Ms. Deputy Mayor, how can we be of service to you today?
Just gonna walk around and see how things are now with the repairs completed.
Jill, don't forget your gold exchange. The 4 bars of gold for the coin.
Oh, okay. All right. Slide over the 4 bars of gold.
Oh,
Can I get this exchange?
Are you making a deposit to the... Are you making... Oh, exchanging. Yes, of course. With the exchange with the town treasury. And you see that incoming lays her hand on top of the gold bars. They sparkle, vanish, and then a new set of gold bars appears, or a new set of gold coins appears under under Departing's hand. We had a glitch there for a second in my head.
And I'll also turn them over the receipts for the fish. We don't need really reimbursed for it, but just so it goes on file. And the contract that Coca-Cola would have sure was drawn up with Herdan, but forgot to mention previously that we're going to do it for room and board.
What a pleasure. Would you like me to put this down in your tax file as charity?
Yes.
And you get a little stack of receipts from Departing for the approximated value of your donations.
Good. I'll need that for when I file our business's income taxes next year.
Room and board is calculated to 2 silver pieces a day. Yeah, we're getting back into the business sim, baby.
And I can't remember. I have notes about buying the fish. I just don't remember how much we paid.
I want to say you pay. I'll watch it back soon and let you and hit you with the concrete number when I do.
I just didn't write down exactly how much.
No worries. All right. Is there anything else we can assist you with today, Deputy Mayor?
No. Nah. I think that's it.
All right. Oh, would you like the casualty report for the most recent Wyvern attack?
Okay.
The town's warding registered 7 deaths.
Oh. 7 deaths. All right.
This is a
Have they?
150% reduction from the last Wyvern attack. Congratulations, Madam Mayor.
I like it. I dig it. I was wondering if there was some sort of flow chart or graph or something that we were going to get that had the information on it, but I like it. Fantastic.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Any other statistics that I need to be aware of?
You see incoming, here's the question, just kind of smiles at you. You glance a little to the left and see Departing is just sort of sitting there, like almost like Matrix eyes scrolling, registering information. There have been 4 funerals since the Wyvern attacks.
Yeah. We got the
Please
bodies.
be aware. Please be aware that rotting bodies may cause harm to the people of the town. Negative effects may include river pollution, drawing wild animals, decay, corruption, necromantic reanimation.
Okay. All right. I think I got it.
You have one more thing to turn over for actual reimbursement, Jillian. The contract for the rock boroughs to fix the city.
Right.
I'm glad to be
Yeah.
your secretary, best friend.
You actually see, as you say secretary, incoming and departing's heads both snap onto you. You union?
It's just a running joke. I'm not actually the secretary. I'm just the one that handles all of our personal paperwork.
Wonderful.
But yes, here's the contract and the receipt for reimbursement from the Rock Boroughs for what we paid out of pocket to fix the city. Please and thank you.
Wonderful. And you get reimbursed for that. If you need me to go back and check that number as well, I will and get it sent to you.
I think it was 4 platinum or something like that. It wasn't a whole lot.
That sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure it was 4.
And I will say that was not to fix the city. That was to repair town hall specifically.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like the repairs in the city that they
I
helped
just wanted
with.
to, yeah. Anything else they did was goodness of their heart. Such as the granary.
Oh, and this contract also states that the city will use the Rock Boroughs for future repairs and things that are needed, as Deputy Mayor Jillian has brokered a deal with them to bring them back into Revan society.
Wonderful. Be forewarned. The Union of Secretarial Loci Genius does not tolerate scabs. Please take care that you do not become a secretary without first signing up with the Union of Secretarial Loci Geniuses.
I'm just going to shake my head at them.
Departing looks at you. Would you like us to provide you with paperwork to apply to the Union?
No, I'm not a secretary. I am the accountant for our business. I just handle paperwork. Again.
Wonderful. And you see both of them just completely relax, as if they'd never heard you say the word secretary in the first place.
I'm accounts payable and accounts receivable all in one person.
Someone unionized the building spirits to all be secretaries, and it's gone bad for everybody ever since.
All right, Jill, you got anything else you need to do in this building? It's making my skin itch.
No.
All right. Let's get out.
Nepo is allergic to unions.
I mean, it's realistic, right?
Yeah. We'll see what happens when they start talking about unionization down at the Iron Gut Brewery.
Heavy eye roll.
Holy's sitting here like, is Coca-Cola a union buster?
I don't think she actually is. I think it's just these little incoming and departing are just too over the top. It's just making her itchy. I can't cope with them. Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me, Coca-Cola, go ahead and give me a religion check with advantage.
Oh. Religion. That's in the R's. Hooligan.
Jill, you can see Coca-Cola thinking about something. Like you see her start to register something if you want a guide.
I got a 12. Are you going to do guiding?
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
All right.
All right, DC, you're looking to hit here is a 15. So on a 3 or a 4, you get it.
Oh, 15 exactly. 12 plus 3.
Hell yeah. As incoming and departing start speaking to you about being, secretarial, genius loci, something about that twigs at you, and it's not something that you, Coca-Cola, have learned, but something like in the part of your brain, the part of your soul that registers with your pact, recognizes that term. And you realize these are spirits of the stone.
Interesting.
And you actually see they look a little more solid than last time we were here.
The repairs to the tower must have helped that as well.
Or, well, actually, I'm going to say on a 15, you still get. You think it's the inclusion of more stone in the building. Before it was just the floor and foundation.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
You think these are spirits tied to a chunk of stone used in this building?
Remind me to take that stone out from the foundation next time we're here. Are you ready, Jill?
Yeah, she's ready.
Sometimes you give players things as a GM that they decide they don't want, like, you know, a pair of spirits that are mayor for them.
Ugh. All right. So, you have anything else you want to do in town, or you want to head out to Grandfather's?
That's it. Yeah, we saw.
All right.
Things
Let's
look
do
good.
I just want to make sure he's okay given the recent assassination attempt and so on.
All right. So after stopping in at the post office, or leaving the tavern, stopping in at the post office, and handling business at the mayor's hall, you begin to head out of town over to Grandfather's, and we're going to cut back to our troop of expeditioneers with Zenlin, Reznor, and Guy. You are walking through the forest. There's not any well-trodden path here. Even when Reznor was running it the first time, it was running through branches, pushing through trees. And you're realizing, Reznor, that without running it this is not an easy path to travel. Like, it was fine then because you were all raged up and you were just knocking tree branches out of your way. But like, branches are scratching at you, your clothes keep getting caught on tiny brambles. It's annoying. And you think you're most of the way there. Maybe another 5-minute walk till you get to the end of the cliff above the fort.
Alright, we're almost there.
How is Zen looking?
I mean, it's a hike. I'm sure Zen is tired, and not doing awesome, but like health and magic wise, Zen's at 28 out of 37 hit points. Like he's hurt, but he's not bloodied or anything.
Yeah. I just more meant like, how is Zen reacting to this hike?
Oh yeah, no, he is. I imagine he can keep up purely because we are traveling at a normal, like, hiking, walking pace, but it is certainly wearing on him probably close to as if they were moving at a fast pace for a normal person.
Yeah. You see, gear is honestly probably the reason that you're not quite there yet, is that gear keeps getting distracted and scampering up trees. He's like, oh man, these are, you know, like, the living level's pretty cool and all, but like, it's not this wild. This is snatches a bluebird out of the air. That's good. That's good. Little bony.
Yeah, I mean, they have like hard beaks, like.
Oh yeah, but that just goes like, that goes in, and then you crush up all the other stuff with it.
I'm just saying, like, the beak is basically just pure bone, so of course they're bony.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's the little bones that really get me, because they don't get caught in the gizzard. They go down to the stomach, and then it's just rough.
Do goblins have a gizzard? Zenlin legitimately asks.
Yeah, go ahead and give me nature checks. I'll say, Reznor, you can make one too, since Zenlin's asking this out loud. Gear just is like, yeah, I've got a gizzard.
I got a dirty 20.
I got a 14.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 and a 14. You've heard about goblins before, but like, they're also not the most well-studied group. And, you know, Gear's a hobgoblin. Maybe hobgoblins are a little different. No one's done an in-depth species breakdown of the subraces of goblin.
Zenlin just squinting at his neck looking for a gizzard.
You can see, like, when he swallows that, like, things are moving into a little pouch at the bottom of his neck, and then you can watch the bulge move down his throat into the little pouch and then out of the pouch.
You learn something every day.
And you get the feeling that you wouldn't normally be able to see that, but this kid is, like, so dangerously underweight. You know, most of the hobgoblins you see, they've got a neck out here. It's like a really big set of shoulders instead of a neck. So you said Grug's there.
Grug is there, yes.
That'd be good to see him. I was real worried after he got jumped. You know, he didn't make it technically, right?
What?
They had to revivify him.
Oh. Who jumped him?
I don't know. It was some gang or something up in the Skyway.
That's terrible to hear. Grug's a nice dude.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to get to him because there's no way he would have been able to afford the diamonds for anything bigger. Like, if it'd been more than a minute, it'd be a shame to lose that poetry. You know, he hasn't even published anything yet. Couldn't even go back and read it.
Yep, that would be a tragedy. Can't have that happen. Gotta protect Grug.
Yeah, go ahead and give me deception checks. I'll say Reznor, you have to make a deception check. Zen, you've just been silent, which I think is probably on par for Zen dealing with gear.
I got a 15.
15? All right. Gear has a +3 to his insight. He's not proficient in it, just gets it from his wisdom. Gear looks at you. What, do you not like Grug?
I definitely like Grug. I'm just poetry's not my thing.
I guess poetry's not for everybody. He beat you by 1, so I'm going to say that's what he read. He doesn't think you killed Grug. There is no guilt showing on Reznor's face, so he's like, "Oh,
was that
okay."
the one that killed Grug?
I thought like Jolly made Grug run away after crushing his buddy.
Jolly intimidated Grug. Grug ran away, and Reznor killed him with an opportunity attack.
Oh.
I remember that. I won't lie, that was so long ago. I didn't remember that. I remember killing the boss.
That was session 3. Yeah, we've had half of a year since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reznor, if we're getting close, is there anything we need to do? Like, do you need to go on ahead or something?
I was told not to approach if torches are not lit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this is when you come up to the cliff, you can see that the torches are lit.
Who lights torches during midday?
Well, maybe it's
Someone who's using torches for a signal.
I think we're okay to approach.
Is there anything Zenlin notices from up here, like with the layout of the fort or anything? Like maybe any like...
Yeah, I will actually go ahead and just put you guys on the same screen above VTT. I don't think we'll need to present it, but just so you can see what to deal with.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and put Res up here. Zen... Why is Zenlin hidden by default? Weird. Everything that is on the map you can see.
Okay.
You are about 60 feet above this right now.
Okay.
Like above
And-
the top, 60 feet above the top of the building. The walls are about 20 feet high. So you're
Okay.
80 feet up in the air right now. 80-foot drop.
And so it looks like there's only the one entrance. It doesn't look like there's any other like super damaged part or anything that might have a hole in it.
That little upper left like tower region, you could probably climb up that rubble.
Zen is thinking if we need to make a quick escape, not necessarily for getting in. But okay.
Off and taking the 2d6 fall damage too.
Yeah. Well, the torches are lit, so I guess lead the way down. I suppose if you wanted, I could just levitate you and you could hold us as we levitate down the cliff and we could walk around, but...
How much longer would it be to just walk down there?
It'd probably be like maybe another 2 or 3 minutes of careful climbing.
You guys need more muscle on you. Let's just carefully climb.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to need acrobatics or athletics checks. DC you're looking for is 10.
17.
All right, Gear got a 13.
6.
Okay, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. Either you can make one or Reznor can make one to try to catch you.
I got a 19.
All right, so dexterity save.
19.
Hell yeah. You fall about 30 feet, so you are going to take some damage, but you manage to catch yourself on a ledge. Like you're able to angle yourself so you hit a little ledge to fall onto. You're able to make the rest of the climb with no issue, but you are going to take 2, 8. You're going to take 10 bludgeoning damage as you fall 30 feet.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
But you're able to descend the rest of the way, no issue.
Maybe we should have levitated that.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
And you reach the bottom.
Zenlin's gonna take his potion of healing.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it should be 2d4 plus 2, right?
Oh, that's 6. I'll be all right.
All right, and you guys are where your tokens are located now.
All right.
You're just walking up to
Reznor's
the front entrance?
Yeah, Reznor's just gonna walk right up to the entrance.
All right, hell yeah. We'll just move you guys over there. I'm guessing Reznor's taking the lead.
Oh yeah.
All right, you've got Gear flanking you to one side, probably Zenlin to the other, is my guess. Just like a little back behind you.
Yeah.
Bug chewing away at the entrance still. Gear? Gear, is that you? Oi! Reznor's here, and he brought Gear with him. And someone like that Ostentarius fella. You look familiar, actually. Are you Auster's cousin? Looking at you, Zenlin.
Do I recognize that name? I don't think I do.
You heard him say Ostentarius. You know that is a title for like a drow guard, bodyguard, essentially.
Oh, I mean, not to my knowledge.
You think he is taking it as a name when it is a title, to be clear.
Yeah. I'm just going with it. Zenlin's not gonna correct this guy.
All right, well, I don't know if I'm allowed to let you pass yet. No one's yelled at me. You see, there's a couple of gnolls alongside him who are like looking back for an answer. And Reznor, you see Yurtash, the orc chief who you met last time, walks out and begins to walk up. You're Greyback. So you got a couple of friends with you.
Yeah, I have news I need to discuss with you and Roran and everybody.
Right, yeah. Make a perception check for him. Oh. Is that one of our Sean boys?
Yeah, he was being arrested by blade marks in Sharn.
What'd you do? Get yourself in a spot of trouble? You know, boss, it's just, sorry, boss, things kind of went wild after the Night of Fury.
It wasn't anything he did. There's a lot going on in Sean that you all should know probably, but Reznor can explain later.
Oh, my apologies. Hadn't really noticed you there. Are you here to... You came with Greyback, or are you here to meet with the Shadow Queen, or the emissary of the Shadow Queen?
I mean, it's a little of both. Like, I came with him to deliver his message, but of course, I would always welcome news of my people.
Yeah, come on in. We'll get you back with the others and get your story told, Greyback, and that you talk to your own and all that. And he leads you back to that little wooden, like that little meeting room down in the southwest where you've been before, Reznor.
Yeah, as soon as he enters, Reznor is going to straighten up a lot more. He's going to be very warrior-like now that he's walking through.
Yeah, you see that he actually looks at gear and says, I got some of my boys up there working the tower. Why don't you go get set up with them and they'll give you a rundown. And Gear walks off to go talk to some of the other workers here. All right, Reznor and Zenlin, you head in with Yurtash to the meeting room. Here you see Yurtash, his advisor / guard / something, Roran, the previously mentioned Ostentarius, and the emissary. The only one of you who recognizes anybody is Reznor.
I recognize all these people.
All right. Yurtash walks in. Hey, we got Longclaw. Your boy Greyback's back, and he brought a visitor for the emissary with him. He says he's got news to share with us. And Roran looks up from the map she's looking at. So, Reznor, how are you? You have news?
Yeah, I have pretty grave news, unfortunately.
All right, well, let's if it's bad news, let's get it out so we can get it dealt with.
So we sorry, go ahead, Chip.
Oh no, she's just looking at you.
I gotcha. So I had me and my friends had business in Sharn, so we were there, and after the Night of Fury, many blade marks and other armies of the big houses showed up, and it sounds like they are planning a purge of the Undercity there. They had grabbed Greer too. They just grabbed him off the street. We were able to save him, but
This is grave news indeed. They're just planning a. What happened on the Night of Fury?
I think the technical term is a revolt.
God damn it! And you see she flips the table she is at. Told those fishes not to fucking move. We weren't ready yet.
But to be fair, my understanding isn't that it was a revolt started in the Undercity entirely. There was an execution or a trial scheduled during the night, and something happened there with the accused. And all of the people, there was supposedly a riveting speech against the great houses, and all of the people streamed out to go and revolt. I did hear that the Undercity had pushed the great houses out, but by my understanding, it did not start in the Undercity.
All right. So you said something started on the upper floors, and then it sounds like our people tried to seize the advantage while there was chaos ongoing.
that's what it seems.
And it sounds like they did a damn good job, honestly, if they kicked the houses out of the Undercity, but we're not prepared to keep it. All right, we can come back from this. Did you hear anything about when this purge is supposed to occur?
I don't think so. We
You
know
were told
that
at minimum a week.
at minimum, I mean, they were still discussing it, so probably minimum of a week, maybe 10 days.
10.
It may not need to be a loss. There is time.
Yes, if we have a 10-day. Okay. Damn it. If we have the troops, we just don't have the troop movement.
I'm gonna clap Zidane on the back. I think we might have a way.
I mean, it's possible. I wouldn't be able to do it alone. I'd need to get information from someone else at a minimum.
All right, what kind of information would you need? Maybe we have it. Oh no, I think Dawn froze.
No, I'm here. I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to think of how much I want to say. Well, I mean, I know someone with the information I need. They're just not here, and I haven't asked them for it.
All right. And you see, actually, at this point, the emissary speaks up. I know that face. Oh, a little lost prince.
Zenlin, probably stiffens. I mean, he's always kind of stiff, but...
How does your wandering go?
Well, I've made it this far. I'm not dead.
You're not? Your mother wasn't sure. Not that I think it weighed too heavily, but when last I asked, she had no answer. And you see the emissary unlatches the little cowl she has attached to her face and pulls it off. How are you, my darling boy? And you see one of the little nannies who raised you.
That was terrifying. As good as ever. I mean, I'm here. Didn't expect to see you on the surface.
Your mother has come to see the wisdom in seeking allies all across the globe. We cannot change the world from within it.
Right. I mean, I could have told you all that before I left, but, well, you know.
It helps that there are extra hands free. There has not been an attack by the Dalkir for nigh on a year and a half now. We fear they are holding back, preparing for a surge.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense. I can't think of another reason they would suddenly decide to not try to come through.
Well, there were some interesting theories. I would not return home yet if I were you, Zenon.
And why is that?
There are those who believe that the Dalkir sought the prince with a hole in his soul that needed filled.
I mean, who? They spent my entire childhood trying to get me to make a pact, and I refused. What makes them think I would make a pact with a Dalkir instead?
Because you refused the pact that we offered.
Because one
If you
thing
have-
that our
If you
people
have
never...
two choices and you refuse one, many will wonder if the other has caught your eye.
I mean, sure, if there are only two choices. The thing our people have never understood is that power that's given is only ever held and never owned.
I understand, my darling. I just... You know how short-sighted our people can be at times. An easy answer that gives a foe. It's far simpler to swallow than one that leads than the true answer that leads to fear.
Well, listen, as much as I love this, we can probably talk about this later. But for now, it seems like I may be the simplest answer to your current conundrum. Or not yours, but theirs.
You see, she actually looks... No, the simplest answer to their conundrum is to draw aid from their allies. And you see she looks at your Tosh here. You get the feeling there's no way this whole group of disparate people is on the same page.
Yeah.
And that you also can tell immediately, like, your mother has not joined forces with these people. It's tit for tat.
Yeah. Yeah. I may have a way to transport your troops, although financially it would be somewhat expensive. And as I said, there is a missing piece of information that I can obtain by returning to the city, and I will look furtively at Reznor and then the emissary.
We have books upon books of information from the city. What? We have our spies everywhere. No one notices the orcish dockloader listening in to the captain speaking.
What I mean is, multiple people here have something to gain from sending aid into Sean.
Yes.
And he will again look side-eye Reznor and the emissary. But before I agree to anything, I would need some... Well, let's call them conditions of our pact.
You see your nanny smiles hearing you say conditions of the pact. She's like, I knew I taught you. Never make a deal without your own side.
First and foremost, if you want my aid, from this day forward, Revan is not your enemy. I don't know where you stand or anything about you. But if you don't want major losses from the circumstances going around, you will accept that it would be better to work with your neighbors than against them if you had the inclination.
Go ahead and give me an insight check and a persuasion. You can make them whichever order you like. They're going to be taking effect at the same time.
Reznor, if I get us in a fight, I'm sorry. 13 insight, and you said persuasion?
Yep.
Ooh, and a 19 persuasion.
19 persuasion. You see Roran, like, nodding, like, yeah, that's very fair. The emissary, your mother's representative, doesn't look like she cares what the people here decide as far as, like, your conditions, but she looks like those are good. She thinks those are good conditions to have. You see, when you mention the attacks on Revan, your Tasha's eyes dart up to the roof of the room you're in, and you remember seeing that wyvern roosting up there before.
Again, I make no judgments on what has happened in the past. I know nothing. No. I'm new to the area.
I'll actually... You got a 13?
Mm-hmm.
13 beats him by 7. So I'll give you another little piece of information. You see his eyes dart up there, and then nervously dart to his allies, to Roaring and the emissary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hold off. We can continue to hold off on hostilities towards Revan. Roran says, "Yeah, that was the plan anyway. You know, we didn't want to cause problems for them, so they would continue to not cause problems for us."
The second condition is that there are others that will need to come to help with preparations. And I need a guarantee that I will not be leading them into danger with our allies, if that is what you would be.
Oh yeah. You don't shit where you sleep. Don't cut your own allies. Right. Yeah, it's just common sense. Yeah, your people will be safe as long as they do not act against us. You know, as long as they remain allies, we don't hurt our own here.
Is there anything else I'm missing, Reznor?
Nope.
Yurtash speaks up. Yeah, I just gotta. I mean, I gotta. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta. I don't make decisions really. I just pass them up the chain, and then we talk things out here, and then I present the proposal to the boss, and the boss says yes or no. So it's not gonna be like I need an hour or two to go get in touch, if that's what if this is what we want to go with.
And if it helps you with that, because I know there will be concern, you can tell your people, although it is not a guarantee, that I do have connections within the city. And that as long as things are...
Which city are we talking about here? Reparation.
Both.
Oh.
Not to mention, as you may have noticed, I also have ties to powerful people beneath the surface as well. I'm not a foe to me.
Yeah, you've got your ties, but we were all here when she called you the Lost Prince and said, "Don't go home." Don't. I'm not saying that we want to antagonize you. I'm letting you know for the future that don't lean on those ties too heavily, because someone's going to call your bluff eventually, and then you're going to be up shit creek without a paddle.
Only if it's actually a bluff.
Look, Emmy and I have been working together for about 2 years now. I know that she, unfortunately for you, I can tell that she doesn't back your play here. She just approves of it.
Did you listen to nothing that I told her? I don't need anyone to back my play.
Well, then don't threaten people with it then. I'm not I agree with what you're saying. I'm going to pass this offer up to my bosses. I'll even make mention of that for you, if that's what you want, so that you sound better. I like this plan.
That if you all wanted...
I'm just trying to
give you all wanted legitimacy instead of living in an abandoned fort, there may be avenues that could be explored.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I was just more trying to give a little well-meaning advice there. My bad.
I feel you. I'm not mad. I want everyone to know where we stand.
You hear enough people say, "Oh, my daddy's this, my mom's that," as a threat. Every time you hear, "Oh, I've got this connection," you kind of hear it as a threat, right?
I hear what you're saying. I think connection in the latter one may have been the wrong term. I guess I more meant that.
No, I get what you meant now. I like you. You're a good kid. You seem like a good kid. You might be older than me, actually. I can never tell with you elves. How old are you?
I mean, I'm not that old for an elf, but I'm still probably older than you.
So is kid
I'm
fine?
almost certainly older than you.
So don't call you kid.
I mean, you can call me what you want. It doesn't really matter to me.
Can I call you later tonight?
Oh.
I
mean, if you want, but you're gonna have to come into Revan for that.
This went from a triangle to a square really, really fast.
If you want to make the trek, that's fine, but I'm only making it once today.
I'll tell you what, I'll make a trek back with you. We can grab a drink.
Is the wyvern on the roof, or is it getting warm in here?
Oh, man.
I'll send you up audience inspo, by the way.
Oh, nice. But yes, I may have a way to instantly transport people, although it will need to be in small groups, but essentially across the continent and directly into the Undercity. So we have a deal, and Zen will hold out his hand with meaning.
I am going to make an Arcana check for your nanny. to see if she knows how high a level of a spell that is. She looks impressed. She's like you know, I'll say, you know, like up until you left, your nannies, like they were powerful people. Like they were your nanny, bodyguard, everything's trainers. You don't think she can cast a 5th level spell?
Oh yeah.
Zinlin's all grown up now. He's in a love.
Also, there is one other thing I'd like, just as a symbol of our good faith.
Hey, yeah. Say what you want to say, and we'll let you know.
I would like a set of scale mail.
Oh, yeah, armory. Yeah, I'll show you to the armory right after we're done here. It's on the way. It's on the way to my room, so I can call the boss. Yeah, that's easy.
Is that it?
And you see, actually, your nanny speaks up. As a symbol of goodwill, as you said, Zenlin, I'd like to offer an enchantment for your new armor. And you see she pulls out a little runestone written in giant. Motions you to lean in so she can whisper to you. This was technically supposed to be a goodwill gift for... And she jerks her head at your Tash. But, you know, I think I like you a little better.
You're sure Zero won't be mad?
She'll never know. She told me to give it as a gift to secure an ally. So technically, I've done nothing wrong.
Trust me, she'll have to give me a lot more than this to secure me as an ally.
So your scale mail will be serpent scale.
Nice. So yeah, we gonna shake and make this pact official, or what?
I mean, like I said, I got to talk to the boss before I can agree. I can shake on the proposal.
Fair enough,
I
you can
can't
wait.
sign. I
You're
can't sign
right.
mine on.
Wouldn't want to shake and hold you to something that your bosses tell you can't do. That would be terrible.
Yeah. Well, we're okay with the proposal.
Of course.
You know, we don't hurt your people. We fund the circles. We what was your first one? Oh yeah, don't hurt Revan. I guess that kind of falls under don't hurt your people.
Agreed.
I will let you know. I'm almost certain it's going to come back from my boss with a "Don't hurt Revan as long as Revan doesn't hurt us" qualifier.
And I think that'll be fine.
All right, cool. Why does above VTT say I'm making rolls? I haven't rolled anything at all on it today. Weird. But yeah, he puts his hand out to shake. All right, yeah, if you'll follow me, I'll show you to the armory where you can get your new suit of armor and all that.
Sure.
He walks you out over to another entrance into like the walls of the keep. You can see that there's like rooms set up inside the walls that all connect to each other. And you think this is probably what most of the construction they've been doing like has added. You think these walls used to probably just be thick, defending the inside of it. Yeah, so we took some inspiration from the old, this was, I want to say it was Zalagan architecture. We took some inspiration from that, but what we actually did was we tore down the insides so that we could put, rooms in here to get out of the elements. Because I would say about 70% of our operation is refugee based. People get run out of their camps and run out of their villages because it's goblins and orcs. They're coming for us, and we want to make sure they got a roof over their heads, something more than just leather.
Definitely. No, of course. You've got to protect your troops.
Well, not everybody's a troop. And you actually see walking through these sort of wall rooms, there are a lot of civilian families in here. You think you're comparing the numbers of the actual troops and workers you saw outside of the people you're passing through, and you think it is probably about 70-30. You think anyone who is suited for battle probably signs up, but there's a lot of people here who would not be, and they look fairly well fed. There's books around for people to educate themselves and learn how to read. You walk through one room where there is a orcish woman teaching a bunch of kids how to play the bagpipes.
My ears hurt.
Yeah, bagpipes not meant to be played indoors, gang. And then you come to the armory, which it's well organized, but you can tell none of these suits of armor match. These are clearly salvaged and repaired.
Yeah.
Not newly forged. Yeah, take your pick. I'd ask that you leave the plate for some of our bruises, but you said you were looking for scale mail anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm not going crazy.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, he'll grab scale mail.
He says, if you need me or if you need any help with fitting or anything, I'll just be in the next room. You can, yell loud and I'll hear you through the door.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be all right. I've tried on armor before, and I'll probably just head back over there and wait for you there if that's okay.
All right. So you are donning your armor. I believe scale mail's medium, so donning is a 10-minute process.
Yep.
And as you're trying on your armor, seeing which suit is going to fit you best, because there's a couple suits of scale mail here, you can hear him talking in the other room. It's muffled by the door, but if you'd like to try to make out what he's saying, you can.
Sure. Would that normally be disadvantage, and can I use my inspiration to make it normal?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a flat perception.
Okay, that's a 23 then.
Nice. All right. You hear him talk for a little bit before you really focus in. So it sounds like he's kind of got his introductions out of the way, and you hear, you see, madam, I made a little bit of a mistake. A couple of our boys got caught out at night the other day by dwarves passing through the area, and I thought, we should confuse them. So I sent out some of the wyverns maybe a little early. My squire says the dwarves are definitely dead, so there's no one reporting back that we're in. But yeah, it looked like they were looping around to the far east of town. No, ma'am, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's my mistake. I'll take whatever punishment is due. Yes, ma'am. And you can't hear the other side of the conversation. I'm grateful for your lenience, Madam Katra. Throw on forever. And you hear him open a desk drawer as if he's putting something away, close the desk drawer, and stand up. So to give you the names here, the only name he dropped was Madame Katra. That's Katra. And then he said Droam forever, and that's Droaam. 2 A's. Droaam. And I'll say, for free, no check necessary, you know Droam is the monster nation in the south of Breland. Pretty close to Sharn. I'll also say I didn't roleplay through it because you would have heard it. He did present your offer exactly as.
Oh, okay. That was I was like, oh wait, he didn't mention the deal at all.
No, that was a me in my
You're
head
good.
being like, you're gonna give the new information.
Makes sense.
But yeah, you hear him move to the door, turn the doorknob, open it. All right. It looks good on you.
Yeah, is there like a place to fit the rune in? I don't know how these work.
Oh, here, let me so what you do is you just take it, can you turn?
Sure.
And he takes the rune stone. Now I'm not a caster myself, so I'm gonna place it, and then you need to send a surge of magic through it. Just basically casting a cantrip.
Yeah.
So he holds it up against your back, takes your hand and guides it to where the stone is. All right, I'm going to let go. You ready to hold it there?
Yep.
Pulls away. All right, now
Nice.
just cast through it. What spell do you choose that you know to cast through it?
I know
Which one
you
of your
said a
cantrips?
cantrip.
You can cast a leveled spell if you like.
I
You
think
just need
he's
to
gonna-
actually burn that slot.
Yeah, he's gonna burn a second to cast darkness.
Zenlin, while attuned to this armor, you are going to gain the Gloomstalker feature that allows you to be invisible to creatures using dark vision.
Ooh, okay. I will make a note.
And I'll say that's something I'll let you like choose whether or not to toggle that on or off, so that if you're with your friends and they're using dark vision, you don't have to be invisible to them. But if you're invisible to anybody who's like one person using dark vision, you're invisible to everyone.
Right.
Congratulations on your new set of Serpent's Shadow armor.
Nice. Reznor, I want you to know that you kind of have to carry my backpack from here on out.
You're burdened by your armor.
If I have my backpack and my armor equipped, yeah.
We're not actually using encumbrance rules, so it's
Okay. Good old 7 strength. I think my carrying capacity is like 70 pounds.
No, your carrying capacity would be
Is it what, 120, 105?
105.
Yeah,
105.
yeah. But yeah. So we going back, ready to go? All good with the bosses?
Yeah. Boss said it's all right. Just go to, dedicate the ceremony, or like do a ceremonial dedication before the strike. But we probably got what, a day or two before you'll be ready for that.
Yeah, like I said, we can head back. We can go back in there and talk. I don't know if they've figured anything out or discussed while we were doing things.
And he's walking and talking with you through these halls.
Yeah.
You see, he actually when you get to the music room, he actually stops for a second, sees one of the kids holding the bagpipe wrong, and corrects them. All right, now you gotta just like this, and blow. All right, push your lips a little more. There you go. and keeps walking. All right. Good job, Riken. Proud of you.
This is perfect that the one instrument that Reznor has is a bagpipe.
It is.
Yep.
Completely unintentional. I was just like, what instrument would be incredibly annoying, incredibly fun, and make sense for a bunch of people who've been driven into the mountains by, prejudice and warfare? I was like, the bagpipes!
Yeah, Reznor can play the bagpipes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Reznor, you actually at the edge of your hearing, coming through the wall, you hear a little bit of bagpipe music, and then you continue walking with your Tosh. All right, well, yeah, let's get back in there, let them know everything's good, seal the deal. How about that? I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I think she was making it up as a joke on me. Is it true? Is what Emmy was telling me true, that you have to, bleed from right above your heart to seal a deal in your culture? Not
Or
something. No, not a real thing for player knowledge.
Oh yeah,
Common
100%.
Common prank played on Outsiders.
Yeah, 100%. And she mentioned it has to be both parties, right?
Yeah. All right. Who's got a clean knife?
Oh, here, and he'll pull out his dagger. But
All right, yeah. Oh, thank you. And you see he pulls out a little cleaning kit and starts scrubbing it. I just, I don't want an infection. Again, as he's walking, you get back to the meeting room door. All right, ready?
let's go.
And we're actually going to cut and roll back. Reznor, what were you up to while Zenlin was doing all this getting equipped?
I imagine Reznor's probably talking to Roran. Kind of just go over. Basically, he's going to go up to her. If it helps anybody, I would like to lead the first party into the city.
I'm so sorry, Reznor. That's my job.
Can you stop me? And it's going to be a joking grin.
You see her actually flash the little pendant at you. As First Claw, I order you to let me.
Oh, you gonna pull that now?
Yeah, I'll pull rank on you. Now that I know that you're... It's easier to joke about it now that I know you were chasing me for me rather than for it.
He'll give a toothy grin again, and he'll say, "How did that fare you in the forest again?"
I don't know. Aren't you the one that got knocked unconscious?
I might have got knocked unconscious, but I'm not the one that was on their back at the end of it.
Okay, you want to go again? I won't hold back on you this time. We've got healers on hand, so I can kill you and just have you brought back. How about that? Want to go again?
Oh, we can go again.
All right.
Maybe after I rest a little bit, though.
You move out to the yard, have an epic spar, which will probably actually play out at some point just for fun. It's very close, but it is interrupted by Zenlin and Yurtosh walking up before it can be finished. Yurtosh walks up. Aye! Bite him in the neck! Bite him in the neck! It'll confuse him enough that you can kill him!
It's not very confusing, but...
And you see she actually just lightly nips at your neck. Not confusing.
She's lucky I can't shift right now. Oh,
But are you telling me you finally learned how to understand things while you were out in the wide world, Resnor?
he's. I was never one for words. I don't need to understand things. I just need to know how to hit things very hard.
All right, if that's what you say. And she's going to walk back off to the meeting room.
He's very disappointed the fight stopped, so he's gonna drag his feet towards it.
We just saw our first appearance of anti-Risnor.
Anti-Rizdor.
But yeah, you all regather in the meeting room. All right, yeah, boss said deal's fine with your conditions. So you're going to help us move the 100 troops into the city. We can do it in batches if you need, since we're just, getting reinforcements in there before they launch an attack. And actually, that's quite the advantage. If they don't know we're there, they're going to come with less force than they would think.
I would not count on that.
Oh, yeah? I mean, they're going to send a shit ton of force to purge, but they're not going to be expecting, an extra 100 highly trained warriors, right? Yeah, I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win. I'm just saying it's a little bit of an advantage that they don't know we're there.
Oh, 100%. That's kind of our thinking, and that's what I need to confirm is that I can make sure to get us in. But like I said, I know someone that has that info, and I don't think they'll have a problem because they also have ties in the Undercity.
Hey, Roaring, get him the rock. And you see Roaring actually pulls out a dragon shard, slightly twisted, like you've seen before. We have a collection of these in the Undercity. This should let you slip right in under any wards they lift up to prevent transport, like drawn to like and all that. Do you have the coordinates?
I don't, but my friend does. It also should be noted that the forces we saw gathering was at least 1,000 strong. What we're proposing here, more than a counter assault, is that we go in and get as many people out of the Undercity as we can, including your people, which means you don't lose them. Do you guys know what?
No, I think we can hold the Undercity. We have 1,000 warriors in the Undercity already, as well as the population. It's getting enough to have just the slight edge on numbers. Plus, we have the edge on knowledge of the area, defensibility versus attack, and you see he glances over at the emissary. Would you like to share your lady's contribution? We can, having taken it properly with a bit of time, we'll be able to cut the Undercity from Sean.
I mean, that's certainly an option we could try. I just don't, I'm offering help. I want to make sure that I'm not offering help to turn a great loss into an even greater one.
I understand. Your help is needed, so I will be frank. We have the capability, with enough time, to fully remove the Undercity from its place beneath Shan and place it adjacent to your mother's realm in Khyber as an independent city of its own.
And just to be clear, this is the emissary / my nanny saying this, right?
Yes.
We're in the open, so that's a waste of time. Independent, you say?
Yes. In exchange, your mother will be allowed to open an outpost in Droam so that we can maintain easy trade.
And of course, 1,000 trained fighters. I mean,
I would, if you think it's wise, I would contact your mother to ask for warriors for Shan, my prince.
I don't think it wise, especially if you want my help from what you said.
It is not. It is not everyone who believes in your ill fate, shall we say. But it was a rumor, and but again, you know how superstitious and short-sighted our people can be. I worry that some would latch onto it, particularly if you returned and they attacked shortly after.
Let's not pretend that my mother needs any additional reasons to dislike me.
Your mother cares for you. She let you leave, didn't she?
Sure, as opposed to keeping the disappointment around for everyone to see.
I suppose you could view it that way.
Tell me, what do you know of my brother? Well, I guess my sibling, rather.
Oh, they're quite well.
Oh, I meant the one who died.
Look, you don't have any dead siblings.
Oh, but I do.
No, I'm quite certain I would know. I've raised you all.
You see, I had a twin.
No. I was
That
at
I
birth.
killed.
Have you? Zenman, have you been trying Toplander drugs?
Never mind, I just needed to know how deep this goes. For the record, I don't think it's been stated. What was my nanny's name?
As far as it's been stated here, her name is Emissary, or as Yurtash calls her, Emmy for short. You knew her as Nereniel. I'll spell it for you. Nereniel.
Got it. It doesn't matter. It's a conversation I'll have to take up whenever I do go home, but don't worry, I have no plans of going there. At least yet. I still have things I need to do first.
I'm going to... Did someone tell you you had a twin? This is, like... You have delusions that you killed your twins, and this is something to worry about.
Trust me when I say it's not.
Trust me when I say it is. I was at your birth, Zenlin.
And if I had killed my twin before I was born, I would have been the only one to come out, no?
No, a dead baby's body would have come out after you.
Look, all I know is what I've learned about my condition since coming here.
Yeah, you have half of a soul.
Right, because the other half died in utero.
Oh my. Horrible. Have you been talking to high elves?
Well,
High
I
in
mean,
all literal terms.
it's not like I ever got any answer from dark elves.
All right, well. So, you have half a soul because half of your soul was eaten, ripped out, used for some, I don't know. Your mother said the Dal curated.
I'm sorry, what?
Can we talk about this somewhere else? Not
I mean,
in front of
we can
I'm
talk about
sorry,
this
this is-
later. There
yes,
are bigger
I'm
things.
so yeah. She's like, no, I want to talk about this. I'm sorry. Do you mind if we go and get some privacy somewhere? Irritation's like, you can use my room. He knows where it is.
Yeah, he does.
And you head off. So, high elves can be born with half of a soul because their souls tear from murder. It's not a good thing to do for their people. You're a dark elf. Our souls are a little bit sturdier. We can accept that some things need to be done and some things just will be done. Violence is an instinct for all. Even if you had a twin and you killed them, you would have your whole soul. And honestly, with the similarities, it's possible you would have eaten theirs and had two.
So let me get this straight. The soul is torn by doing something innately against its nature, from what you're saying.
Or being ripped.
So, in theory, our people's souls accept murder as necessary.
They accept violence as necessary, in theory.
And our
Murder's just an escalation of
belief
violence.
is that if someone's soul is torn apart, it means a Dalkir ate it.
No, that's what your mother said happened to your soul specifically. We don't usually have a problem with people being born with half of the soul. It's not a common issue for us. That's why there's not a lot of literature on it. You're an oddity, to be frank.
So is it so out of the realms of possibility that part of my oddity is that my soul is closer to that of a high elf than a dark elf?
I think you see like a moment of blatant disgust cross her face.
That makes sense. I'm just saying that you're confirming that we don't know what causes this in Drow because it happens rarely, and the one answer I have found you're saying is impossible.
No, your soul belongs to Khyber. Born in Khyber of murder and violence. You were
And
born in the hells, my boy. Does it not make sense that your soul will be a little more resilient to evil?
So would it then not make sense that if I bound an evil to my soul that it would make it whole?
Oh no, that makes complete sense. That's why we tried to get you to take a pact.
So whether it means that I killed my brother in utero or not, the information I have obtained seems to be a possible solution that I was not.
Oh,
offered.
Okay, that makes sense. Yes, you hadn't told me that about the solution. No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Bind an evil to your soul and it'll be full. Like this is, I told you this when you were 5. You just didn't like the evil we picked out for you enough, I suppose.
I didn't like the idea of making a deal with the evil.
What are you going to do? Kill an elder evil and eat it whole?
We're alone, right?
You know, I say that, and then I hear you talking about throwing around teleportation circles willy-nilly, and something in my brain clicked. That might be a thing you do. That might be.
Well, perhaps not kill it, but he will reach into his bag and pull out the purple dragon shard. But with this, I may not need to.
All right. So binding's not my strong suit, but that looks like a very powerful magic crystal. Bind the evil to the crystal, bind the crystal to you.
And thus, I have cured myself with my own power, and not by making a deal with some other being. But once again,
Your power.
our people are too minded advice from outside, so that's not something we would consider.
You're part of our people. Maybe it's a sign of a change that you could bring. You know?
Yes.
You don't get to give up on our
The
people.
wayward
and
prince
say,
that comes home and changes the people's entire belief system.
yeah, that sounds like pretty much half of the stories out there.
Those stories aren't true, and you know it, Noreniel. If you thought those stories were true, you wouldn't have told me to stay away.
Emissary here, please.
Sure. And since you're here as emissary, I assume that whenever you do report back, you're going to tell my mother that you saw me, and nothing I say can change that, correct?
It's a little late for that, my boy.
You can make her comfortable as you want. I'm not planning on coming home yet.
Oh, I doubt she'd ask you to. But, you know, eyes of the queen and all that.
To clarify, is my mother the Shadow Queen?
Not the title that she had when you left.
Okay, it's been on my edge. I was going to ask after, but now it's come up too many times for me to ignore it.
It is not a title that she had when you left, no.
Funny, last I checked, there was another queen.
Yippee, we got a promotion. You're a prince now, aren't you?
Yes, one who has been advised not to return home. Lot of good it's doing me.
Think of it like this. If some disaster befalls the entire house, you're a king in the wilds. You know, you're only, 3 steps down?
Oh, and it would be such a tragedy for my entire family to pass away.
You see she's actually, looking just above you so that your lips aren't quite in her eye line. It is eyes, not ears, but, you know,
What do you mean? I said it would be a tragedy.
oh yeah, I suppose tone doesn't really translate to lip reading. And she looks back at your face.
It's fine. She can read this just fine. And I'm just gonna mouth fuck you and turn around.
She's like, well, I certainly hope she wasn't watching.
That's my boy.
If you want to talk more, Ever, you can come into town too. You can find us at the Lodge Tower.
I will consider it. Large tower, you said?
Yeah, you can't miss it. I'm pretty sure we're the tallest building in town.
All right, got it. And we are going to... she's going to stand up to walk back to the meeting room. I suppose you should probably be on your way back. Sun's looking like it's going to be setting soonish, probably in a couple of hours.
Oh, it just occurred to me. You probably don't go outside when the sun's out, do you?
Not often. It's a bit bright for my taste.
It's terribly sad that you haven't acclimated.
Not really trying to.
I just enjoy talking shit to these people.
You can see that, like, she's a little hurt by it. She thought you had a good relationship.
She worked for my mom.
Yeah.
She may not have been mean to me, but
Yeah, no. I understand that she's guilty by association. She does not.
he's also kind of trying to drop tidbits that, like, he's just better in general. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
drow and
No.
the sun doesn't bother me anymore. Sucks to be you. I can go out and stare at the sun all day and it doesn't even hurt.
But you make it back over to the sort of gathering area there, and your Tash look at you. All right, we ready to head back into town?
Oh, you were serious. You're coming with us.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
a drink.
of course.
All right. Hey, let me get a. Hey, new kid, come say goodbye to your friends. And you see your Tash actually up on that tower, like shooting targets, off the edge with his crossbow. He's pretty good. Scrambles down. Oh, I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. It's good to be, with people I can trust and somewhere safe. And getting arrested might be the best thing that's happened to me. I don't think I would have gotten a transfer out this way ever.
Oh, they haven't shared the plan yet.
Share the plot.
Oh no, that was in Zenlin's head. That was not out loud. Sorry.
Okay.
That was Don being like, oh, they didn't tell him that he's getting sent back to go to war.
I'll actually go ahead and give me just an insight check.
It's only a 5.
Okay. I mean, he's pretty young. There were kids who weren't going to be sent.
That's fair. We can hope. Gear's a good guy.
He's a good kid.
I almost feel bad.
I'll say
for when
on a five, what you get is that you think Gear would volunteer if he heard about it early enough.
Of course he
Gear
would.
seems very gung ho.
Teenager. Yeah, he's a teenager. Of course he would. He thinks he's gonna go and be a hero, not that he's gonna lose a limb and spend the rest of his life in a chair. If he's lucky.
All right. And you and Yurtosh and Resnor start to head back towards town. And that's where we're going to go ahead and close today's session. Thank you for joining us. This has been another Thursday night here at Heroes and Hooligans. Next week, we will be seeing what's going on at the Iron Gut Farm.
Farm.
All right. Thanks for joining us. You can catch us tomorrow night with Concentricity Echoes of Eden, our second episode of our sci-fi campaign. You can catch us Monday nights with with Delirium, a game set in the Grim Hollow setting, run by Hooli. Don and I are there as players. Tons of fun. And as always, we'll be here next week Thursday. And we have our Trevor Project charity coming up here. We will be launching at the end of the month, here in the beginning of May. We are so excited to have you guys see us and to do some good work. Hooli, anything you want to add?
Aside from if anybody is still interested in playing and being a part of the fundraising team, you can go ahead and reach out to us about that. We still have 1 or 2 spots open for the team as well, so keep your eye out. And we got some good stuff coming in for raffles, and fundraising starts May 1st. So just pay attention to our socials where I will actually be posting things. Well, the Twitter. Chip does our Facebook.
Hey, you posted on Facebook like 2 days ago. It was the first time in 3 years, but you posted on Facebook.
I'm terrible about remembering the damn thing. So yeah, aside from all of our normal stuff going on, we've got that coming up. So if you want to be involved in that in any way, shape, or form, whether you have items you'd like to toss into the raffles to help raise money, or you want to be a part of it, or you just want to come and hang out, so on and so forth, just reach out to Chip or I. And we'll see everybody back next week.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye.